How do you feel when you see someone doing better than you? How do you feel when someone has what you always wanted?
From coast to coast, Ikna Sisters' 14 chapters are welcoming Ramadan through a journey through the Quran, from anxiety to assurance, the Quranic path of the awliya. Today, listen into a highlight from one region and join us all Ramadan one juz at a time. Find a chapter near you at iknasisters.org/chapter-locator.
ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون.
You feel a constriction in your heart, a stab, a pinch. That is called shuh. What is shuh? Literally, it is a combination of two ugly traits, stinginess and greediness. A person who is unwilling to share khair with others and does not like to see it in others. It is not just about money, it is about every blessing of Allah. It is all about me, myself, and I. It is not an uncommon trait. In fact, it is present in all of us in various degrees. It's part of our being. Why? Because some level of shuh is necessary for our survival. That is why it is present in animals too. But Allah has placed it in us as a test to see how many of us are able to overcome it. Let's look at some examples of shuh nafsi. You are scrolling through social media. All your acquaintances on the media seem happier, healthier, and wealthier than you, and you immediately feel a constriction in your heart. It pinches you when you see your neighbor is wealthier than you. It pinches you when someone's kid gets married to a really good girl or boy. It pinches you when your friend drives a better car than you. It pinches you when your colleague gets promoted. When you're asked to give advice, you don't give correct advice because you fear the other person might get ahead of you. You're stingy in forgiveness. You don't want to make space in your gatherings. When you sit on a chair, my dear sisters, you put your handbag on the second chair and you put your coat or abaya on the third chair. And when the sister comes looking for an empty chair, you say, sorry, all three are taken. You are stingy in your compliments. Have you seen our charities? The way we give clothes in charity, we remove all the embellishments, the laces and the buttons. And on the top of it, even our consumeristic society teaches us from an early age that it is all about you. Goods are in low supply, houses are limited, early bird special, stocks running low. Go get it before anyone else does. Instead of cooperation, we are taught competition. What is all this? This is shuh. And then this habit spills over to worship. People become bakhil in obedience to Allah, stingy in salah, stingy in fasting, stingy in charity, stingy in following the sunnah, like a minimal Muslim who just wants to do bare minimum. Worse is when we are stingy in our opinion about Allah. Why is it such a disgusting trait? Because it is the root cause of all evils. It leads to jealousy, envy, bitterness, pride, injustice, oppression, superiority complex. The person becomes uncaring, unkind, uncharitable, narrow-minded, not giving the rights of others, bad akhlaq, wishing bad for others, and worst of all, it leads to hypocrisy. It erodes our iman. Prophet Muhammad said, iman and shuh nafsi cannot coexist in our heart. Unchecked shuh has the potential to put us in the category of hypocrites and disbelievers. It erodes our energies, it erodes our unity, and worst of all, it erodes courage. It makes us cowards. You know, a silkworm, a person with shuh nafsi is like a silkworm. The more silk it spins around itself, the more it suffocates and the less chance it has to survive. Remember, shuh nafsi will lead to difficulties. Imam Shafi said, when my heart becomes constricted, my paths become narrow. This is why, because of shuh nafsi, so many of us are suffocating from unhappiness, lack of inner peace, never satisfied, unable to enjoy marriages, unable to enjoy the blessings of Allah. Our tasks have become difficult. Our sufferings have increased. Anxiety and depression has increased. And especially all of us, my dear sisters, we have gone through weeks of tazkiyah by fasting, by going through the Quran. We need to overcome this more than anyone else. And how could we be constrained and constricted in our hearts when we have been open, when our hearts have been opened up by Quran? So what is the benchmark for us as believers? Character of a mu'min is described in Surah Al-Hashr verse 9. It is not just generosity, it is altruism. The Ansar sacrificed themselves for the sake of Muhajirin. They gave preference to others over themselves, even though they were themselves afflicted with khasasa. They were themselves muflis and muhtaj, yet they were so incredibly selfless, which is why they were praised by Allah. And Allah said, it is those who will be successful. So how do we get rid of it? Make dua to Allah. Ask Allah, Allahumma qini shuha nafsi. Be thankful for your blessings, even if few. Practice detachment from dunya. Give away all that distracts you, or binds you, or shackles you. Downgrade from luxury to comfort if possible. Constantly do your muhasabah. Remind yourself of death frequently. May Allah make us from those who are able to overcome shuha nafsi. Ameen.
Jazakallah khair for joining us today. Join us again tomorrow as we continue our journey through the Quran, one juz at a time.
ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون